house if I play the bot first. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the. What is it now? I don't know. Is it chapter 5? Is anyone keeping track?
I thought you said it was chapter 4 at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Technically,
I think I meant at chapter 5. Yeah. Welcome to El Conquistador Guard Academy, Kipling's Quest. Whatever it's called, I forget. Those are really nice cafe. I'm getting distracted.
Thanks.
Look at this lovely artwork Ritualist drew and then I colored in. And here's Penny's one.
You're not little one. I'll take you home.
I chose better, okay.
Oh, here we go. She's got another one.
Oh, that one got a bit better.
The second one is better. The first one looks like a really bad drug trip.
To be honest, that's probably more accurate. What happened?
No, oh god.
I mean, considering that was actually supposed to be a guard and not a little kid, yeah, it might be a bit like a drug trip.
Hey, that's pretty funny because it was a town guard.
Yeah.
Alright. So, would anyone like to recap the last episode?
Last episode, we assembled the Criminal Avengers. More or less. I guess we more or less assembled a team. Somebody burned down good old Kipling's snake vodka factory. Thankfully, we have snake vodka factory number 2. Electric Boogaloo. So from that, we did not get payment for one shipment of certain spores, of which the nature shall not be divulged. Yeah, we didn't get paid for that, but we did get a clue as to the location of something that will sell for a lot more than we'll get from the payment. So, we assemble a team, the Criminal Avengers. We're gonna go out and get rich. We might have pissed off a Pink Panther.
Might have.
Just a little bit.
Possibly.
Oh god.
But let's just say like a 90% chance.
Yeah.
Oh, the bot is slowing down. Oh, there's more colored in there. Alright, let me see if I can get the bot to swap. Are you hearing the bot stopping now and again, or is that just me?
I heard too.
Okay.
I heard too.
Oh, sorry, I had the bot on 0.
Oh, no worries.
But yeah, it does stop.
I was wondering why there's a little German flag on the Spanish music I have playing. Why is this not working?
Epic piano music.
There we go.
Oh.
As Fredboat is the only source we have of ambient music as rhythm is danced off into the night.
He lost the rhythm of the night.
Yeah, he went to go find it because YouTube was unhappy with it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just dancing with the rhythm of the night in the deep space now.
Oh shit. As we rejoin our heroes in the new bot with some ambient music. I have now finished with that. I believe. You weren't in the pub. Where were you? Did you all go to bed?
I believe most of us went to bed, yes.
Yes, to prepare a journey across the seas with a robot boat.
Yes, and of course, a good old meeting at Mariner's Paw Mansion.
I'm so tempted to rename the boat to Fred Boat. I guess Pyra's lecturing Itty and Bitty over here.
So they don't start a certain committee.
Oh shit! the communist revolution. Oh shit!
The commission is assembled.
You ban certain German philosophers in the house. Is that it?
No. It's a joke on the itty bitty titty committee.
Oh, okay.
God.
Oh, I thought you meant Karl Marx is banned in the house.
Oof.
Probably, I don't know.
Well, that too.
Well, that joke got
I've just realised, yeah, you've got Berry Boy and Idiot Bitty. all your plants are just references to small boobs. Is that it?
Maybe Pyra's compensating, okay?
Freud.
A lot of Pyrus backstories all coming out. Alright. Moving on. Where are you, Han? I don't see you. Oh, you're in your workshop over there.
Thrax is still being grumpy in his workshop, although he's slightly happier because he's made a boat.
He's just looking at that. He's having a great time over there.
Yeah. Just appraising it.
Yeah.
Made his fantastic Fred boat.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I get your name right. Shin Fei. Is that it?
Shanfei.
Shanfei.
Close,
Getting
close.
closer.
Yeah.
Getting closer.
Yeah.
Shanfei is over here chilling in his orphanage that he's setting up, so that no one will have as hard a childhood as him, and
Exactly.
live under his, I don't know, harsh oppression as Kipling could never give out.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Kind of operate as a filter
And
in the harsh, cruel world.
I'll put Gren in his house.
You
There he
filter
is.
out the parents for the child.
Oh, here we go. I'll put
Well,
Gren
they
over
are
here,
orphans.
burning things in the fireplace because that's what he would like to do. And where's Kipling?
I do believe he's at his mansion.
Oh yeah, he's over in his mansion. Are you lecturing
Madam.
your little panther about appendages?
Remember, just don't eat anywhere in between the crotch on the prisoners next time, yes? Oh.
And always remember to just do it.
Oof.
There you go. So, the sun comes up on a new day. Kiplingsburg. What would you like to do?
Say, how many orphans would I have?
Orphans?
As many as
Or
you can
orphans.
manage to make.
Yes, an orphanage.
There's not many orphans yet, but you would expect that if the town got bigger, there might be orphans turning up.
Alright, fair enough.
When industrial accidents happen, such as the one that you experienced yesterday when Kipling's factory exploded.
Indeed, that was very sad event.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh no. So, the orphans.
Yeah. Let me find you an orphan.
If you're sad for them, imagine how I feel.
There
I
you
got
go.
to pay out of my own wallet.
There's an orphan. There's two of them now.
Nice. Or rather, not nice, but at least they have safe home. Shut up.
Excellent, more orphans.
Lovely, another child and destitute.
Indeed.
Oh god.
Anyway,
let us not escalate this.
Yeah. The goblin and the ogre died in the night. So they're orphans. There you go.
fair enough.
I welcome them with open arms.
Oh no, not another drunken accident.
Oh god. So,
Yes.
is there anything
Um,
you would like to do before you leave, or would you like to just gather and head out and fast forward through all of that?
I want to do one single thing before we go.
Where are you? You're in your house?
Yes.
Okay.
You will move. Kipling moves over to the town guard jail building.
Yep.
And he's going to instruct them. And remember, train anyone except for this one. And he'll point outright to Gizzard. He gets executed tomorrow.
Why not, like, now?
Let's give him a last meal, okay? He's gonna be starved the rest of the day.
Oh, he just had breakfast, but that's fine.
You want to give him some time to ruminate on it.
He doesn't get dinner.
Alright. So you want him to be executed while you're out,
Yes.
while you're away, okay.
I mean, he already betrayed me once. No way he's getting into the town guard.
Yeah.
Even as a conscript.
So, are you playing with your boat over there, Han? Or
Yes, I'm playing with my boat. I'm
Yeah.
just testing it out.
you're just sitting in it, just big grin on your face?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
Kind of rocking side to side.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey!
Welcome.
Wing.
A wild Gren has appeared. I assumed that Firebeard would like to sit in his house and play with fire.
Yes. I am not playing with fire. I am studying the fire.
A scholar of flame.
Yes. A scholar of its destructive properties.
Nice. So, is there anything you would like to do, Mr. Firebeard, before you head off on your adventure?
If I remember correctly from last time, I have secured passage to wherever we need to go, yes?
On a river barge.
Yes. In that
Seems so,
case, I will adjourn with my loyal and skilled guardsmen
Mhm.
to see if they are taking my encouragement to heart.
Mhm. Why is the bot dying? God damn it.
It's not your fault. It's just dying in general. Starting to get Alzheimer's.
Oh no.
Can't remember URLs.
So you're heading into the guard staff.
Yes.
What are you?
See if they're taking my encouragement to heart.
Well, they're kind of like sitting around eating breakfast.
Is there alcohol inside?
Yeah, there's one on the table. There's 2 tankards there.
Are they filled?
I think they're burned because I think was it you that burned them? Someone burned them.
Yeah, but I made a flask of alcohol explode.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. No, their uniforms are slightly singed because they only have one set, and yeah, table's still covered in soot.
Let me just say,
As
it
a-
ain't me burning drinks.
And I'm just gonna say to them, "Good morning, guardsmen."
They jump to attention and pretend they were working.
I hope you are taking my words to heart.
Yes,
Because
sir.
remember,
Yes.
today I shall be leaving with the mayor and several other accomplices to perform a task of utmost importance.
Very well,
And
sir.
so this town will be entirely under your jurisdiction for the duration.
Mhm.
I expect the finest examples of gosmanry from you.
Aye, sir.
Good. In that case, good luck to you. My vacation begins today.
Before you leave, the guy in the jail cell reaches out and he asks if you have anything for him to eat.
You've not been given anything to eat, sir.
God damn it. You already had breakfast.
Let me find his character sheet. There you go, this'll do. Let me do this. What did he roll? He's clearly lying. He's clearly lying that he hadn't been fed.
Sir, I would like to inform you that I firmly believe in the concept of survival of the fittest. If you feel hungry, there are plenty of your skilled friends in there for you. Ta-ta!
Check.
Oh no!
Nice.
That might be a problem, but okay. Alright. So Penny, what are you and the plant boys all up to over there?
Probably making sure they're all ready. They all have their items with them.
You're
Barry Boy making sure that he won't shoot anyone on the way.
He's there with the shotgun swinging it around. Wait.
Yeah, he's just like fucking like children with airsoft guns, kind of like that. He doesn't know the consequences just yet.
He's completely over enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice gun, Lama.
Well, your boys are wearing their only set of armor, but they're all like cleaned and polished, and I guess you make sure they're looking well for their adventure.
Yes, I shall give them all head pats.
Oh shit, they like head pats. They make a happy but strange noise that kind of sounds like clicking. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Creaky click noise when you give them head pats. But that's just how mushroom people sound, as they cannot speak.
Cool.
What were you doing, Cafe? You were taking care of your orphans that you found?
Yeah, making sure that they are safe and sound and they can manage themselves and prepare for the journey ahead.
Oh, you're taking them with you?
No. Gods, no.
Yes, let's take the freshly orphaned children on an adventure of their lifetime.
See how many return.
After a lifetime, indeed.
Spoiler alert, 0.
They might not have much more of a lifetime.
That is literally how Shanfei got there. He got kidnapped by Kipling and brought into the forest.
Yeah.
I recruited them with food!
Yeah, recruited, yeah. Sure.
I didn't
Hello, little boy in the forest. But come here, I have food for you.
Oh god.
And
All
here's some more of your kind to care for. Orphans.
He did that on his own, though. I never forced him to be an orphanage manager.
Do not worry, little boy. I will teach you. I will teach you the art of the fist.
I will show you the way.
Art of the orphan.
Many beatings shall be had.
God.
Oh.
Moving on. So, what would you like to do before you head off? Is that it?
I believe
Much
that's it on my end, at least.
I made sure to have breakfast with my boys.
Cafe, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm very sorry to make your character to portray your character as having the bootleg African accent, but I can't help it, Cafe.
Frax will make sure to carry some extra planks and carpentry supplies with him in the boat, just in case.
Oh, you want to take your little dinghy with you?
Yes,
Cool.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Gren,
I don't think-
just change it to Asian accent and it's fine.
Sorry about the interruption before. Okay.
Same for this bill.
Yeah, no worries. Regardless, I'm ready and willing to go.
You may add to your inventory Han rowboat.
Hello, Ritualist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello,
The
Richard.
chat.
on crew. Hey,
Who is
Do not.
hello, he sleeps. Oh, the Babby. How is Babby?
Is the baby watching? If so, I apologize for your child's mental development.
Yeah.
the baby is sleep.
Ah.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
Oh. Fair.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good. So yeah, Han, you can add to your character sheet rowboat. However,
Oh yeah.
if you try to use it, you don't have training in how to use a rowboat, so you might have difficulty.
That's alright, I have a plan.
However, Pasta knows how to use boats.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one in the party who has it, and I only got it by chance.
Yeah.
I'll basically ask Kipling if he wants to join me in my rowboat, and I'll make sure he doesn't have to row.
Oh, he'll instruct you in how to row. Is that it? So he can give you advantage on the roll.
No, I have something more bootleg in mind.
Oh, you
Oh,
have
shit.
like an engine that you can just chuck out.
You know that like pipe I have, which allows me to like spout forth a geyser.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Yes.
All right. So, I put your boat in the water up there. Is everyone else ready to go?
When are we gonna have a meeting at the mansion?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah. Hang on. You know what? I'll move you all onto Kipling's house. There you go.
Well, I'll definitely try to make it a short meeting, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
You can meet in his living room.
Yeah.
Or his super secret attic that has nothing in it. It's the heist office in GTA.
Does Kipling have any like snacks laying around on the table within his living room?
Let's say there's snake vodka and there's poorly made chips, I guess.
Thrax would help himself to the poorly made chips.
Understandable.
Wait, hold on. This is the rowing ship?
No, this is Kipling's mansion.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sitting in. That's the fireplace. Oh, jeez.
Pastor wanted to meet everyone in his house before you leave.
I at least remember we said that last session, so I thought for consistency,
Oh, I forgot
let's.
about it. Yeah, that's fine.
I forgot about it.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Hello everyone. Are you hyped?
Why, yes, I'm fully prepared to burn down the city. I mean, steal something.
Oh, I thought we might case the place before we burn the city down.
Oh, so we are burning the city down.
As
No,
a
no,
contingency. Only contingency.
Very well. Are those mushroom people?
It seems
boys.
so.
Pyro make a hand sign and Berry Boy becomes alert.
This shotgun.
As
Pyro, what's
she's making hand signs, I'm gonna make finger guns at her. I'm not the only one who thought of it then.
Pyro, was it? I have a very important question for you.
No.
I do not care.
Same.
Can your mushroom boys create spores?
No. Not quite sure. Probably.
Firebear, we've talked.
If they could create spores, and we could create a cloud of spores and ignite it.
Sure.
Firebeard, we've
Not
talked
now,
about
though.
this. We don't want to do that.
Ah, come on. It's a simple ignition. It will burn out in a second, but it will create quite the firework.
Let me be fair with you. There's one thing I haven't told to anyone outside of the Penelope Cross, and it's that the spores of those things, they reproduce.
Wonderful!
There's a reason, there's a regulation of these things. And I never told you about my secret factory.
You have a secret factory?
What? No, not at all.
I should pretend I didn't hear anything about a secret factory.
It certainly didn't explode.
Well, to be fair, the secret factory is under the watch of the Penelope Cross. There wasn't nearly enough people in that factory. Anyways, Firebait, just let's not try to use these spores. You can use other spores.
Fine. I apologize, because I am just very excited.
I'm certain Peria can conjure up other flammable things.
She can.
I reckon so. How about it?
I think Penny's AFK.
Yeah, I was thinking even just for a joke, it would be funny with the awkward silence.
They asked you if you can conjure up anything that's flammable.
Probably. Not now.
Should be keeping that in mind.
Anything but spores.
As Pyra's name would suggest, she is a little bit of an arsonist herself.
Anyhow, let's not fight amongst ourselves.
For some reason I
Sir Kipling, why did you invite us to your great mansion?
Well, one reason was to further plan. Now, I have gotten the impression most of you want to go by boat. Correct.
Yes.
I've already secured a ferry.
Excellent.
For myself.
Excellent, that too. Anyways, the plan so far, I was originally thinking to go by foot, but we can also go by ship, at least the small ones. Then we get to Rio de Janeiro, we get a big ship, get to Dragon Bridge, and then we find out where it is. I already have someone on the case who I'll meet after this meeting to find out more about the target book.
Good. I need to know what book not to burn.
Let's try not to burn any of the books, or they'll definitely know we're there. You can burn the city, though. I mean, a distraction is a distraction.
Firebird will stroke his firebird.
Alright. So, if everyone is ready, you can go and meet your new acquaintances over at the river lodge, the river barge lodge, or whatever, however you'd call that. The trading
Indeed.
post. I think the trading post is more accurate.
We must go off, see Tony the tiger, and the other guy, the bard man.
Oh, you want to bring them with you?
I mean, I hired them. If they want to get their pay, they better fucking do their thing.
They never showed up to the meeting. Hang on, let me get them.
Yes, let us go. Arson, I mean adventure, ho!
Yeah, you're right. They didn't show up for the meeting. You know what? I'm gonna hunt down Tony.
Hang on.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold pieces. And then, after he tells me the information, I'm gonna tell him to go fuck himself. You're not getting money again.
5 entire gold pieces.
There you
Well,
go.
you did some good work.
I forget what this guy's name was. The satyr.
I don't think he got a name. We could call
Yeah.
him Tony, I guess.
The other guy's name is Tony.
No. One is
Fuck,
Tony
you're right.
with a Y, but the other is Tony with an I.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Tony Satirican and Tony the Tiger.
Yeah. All right. So is that your party?
Yes, I do believe it is.
Well, of course, Arson 1 and 2, Lawful Good Monk, Commoner, Kipling, and Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
So, as you were in Kiplingburg, would you like to travel downstream?
Yes.
Yes. I reckon.
What is your destination?
I reckon. Do you guys want to stop by Taraco, or do you want to go upstream from there towards Ryodon?
I believe basic plan was to go to Rio de Janeiro, right? That baby disagrees.
A bit of disagreement.
He has
The baby has
awoken.
spoken.
The baby has
He
vetoed
has
this.
awoken.
The baby has spoken. We are not going to Rio de Janeiro immediately. We're stopping by Taraco Delta.
Oh,
Yes.
baby
Right.
ritualist knows what he knows. He knows.
This
all
is the
insider-
decision
This
now.
child
We are
is the
going to
chosen
Taraco
one.
Delta.
Yeah.
This is not
Yes.
democracy, this is babycracy.
Mhm.
A small detour by the Taraco Delta, evidently.
Yeah. So,
Thank you, baby ritualist.
as you were heading to,
Fate has spoken.
you're heading to Taraco Delta, then, yeah.
Yeah, a quick detour by.
Cool.
If you have anything prepped, at least.
I got something in my eye.
Oof.
I was laughing and then I rubbed my eye and then I got an eyelash in my eye.
Oh.
I've got a new mic as well, so it's right next to my face, so I have to try and remember not to accidentally hit it. Right, so you're heading to there. Cool. Okay, so as you are traveling in the jungle, can I get everyone to make constitution modifiers as you're on a boat?
Fucking should have known.
Yeah.
Modifiers or saves?
Sorry. Constitution saves.
Constitution saves.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's been a long time. I forgot what it's called.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yep.
I think I have to click that.
Where's my
Fuck.
character?
I'm amazed we got 3 19s in a row.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just rolled my
yeah.
constitution.
Where's my character?
I got a 0-20.
I'll count it anyway, Penny. It's fine.
Yeah.
So,
The seafaring is bringing back bad
Where's
memories.
my character in this fucked up list?
It wasn't a whip, it was a banana. I've told you this 3 different times. Let's get the bar.
under the drop
There
down
he
menu
is.
of Kipling's Quest.
There he is. Okay,
Every game gets its own folder.
there you go.
Yep. Firebeard
Not
has
bad.
been on a boat before, and
I have a parrot.
yeah,
Probably he's burned it down.
he is a steel stomach. He does not give up its contents easily.
I recognize this. This is a boat.
Yep, it is a boat. I guess Pyra and Kipling, you've become accustomed to the jungle, so yeah, you're good. As is, I forget what your guy's name is. Han.
Sorry.
Thrax.
Thrax. Thrax is
He built the
grand.
boat. He knows the boat.
Yeah,
Yes, he's built it.
yeah.
He's in the
Oh,
right
he
element.
spent like the entire night rocking back and forth, and that's how he's prepared himself.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what? Han? Add to your character sheet somewhere. 2 days
Yeah.
out of 10 for learning how to operate water vehicles.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So I'll count this as 1 day. Kipling can instruct you, as Kipling knows how to do that.
Indeed. So you push it back and forward.
And then he whips out his thing and starts making the boko with just the
I
water
love-
spraying out the back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, this is actually.
Plus
This
bit
is
of water,
actually,
literally.
I believe I will take this moment to define the vehicle that Sergeant Firebeard knows how to operate. Because I got to choose a vehicle and I didn't define it on purpose.
Oh, it's a generic vehicle, but if you want a specific one, go on.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
it's called water vehicles.
The bot is dying. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I meant as part of my backstory. I got to choose a type of vehicle that certain Firebird is proficient with, but I
Yeah.
chose to leave it open
Yeah. What
so
is
I could define it later.
Oh, okay.
So he is proficient with water vehicles, apparently.
Yeah.
He's
fair
been on
enough.
a boat before.
Yep. I guess he has. Look at that fucking 23. It's almost a crit.
Yep.
It's 17. Yeah, it's nearly a crit. So, as ye all are fine and know how water vehicles work, are accustomed to the jungle in this climate. However, Shanfei, I've said your name
Hit
right
me.
this time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you are not necessarily accustomed to this climate yet, even though you've been here a few weeks or at least a few months. And you are also not accustomed to the sea. In fact, you're having Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah, having quite a bad memories about
Of
this
your
one.
oppressor Kipling taking you on the slave ship into the deep into the jungle.
Yep.
This is shameful.
Yeah, and
I feel like I've seen this before.
you're throwing
I'll
up
try to forget.
you're throwing up your breakfast into the water. Yeah. So, for can you add to your character sheet there, Chanfei? You should see an exhaustion button.
Exhaustion.
Yeah, add
Alright.
add 1 to it.
Alright.
It
I
just gives
shall
you a
do
minor debuff to some skill checks.
Yeah.
So,
I have chosen to die.
as we had figured out before, I think it was 2 of these squares you can travel a day. So, 40k a day.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Usually use hexes to glitch.
Yeah, I know. I had forgotten, and then for consistency, I left it as squares.
I see.
Yeah. So that's what, like 3 days. Yeah, about 3 days. For those 3 days, Han, you can also
Yes.
add. So what's that?
5 in total?
Yeah,
Or-
5 days because you had the night before. Then 3 days, including the one excluding the one that you're on now. So
Alright.
yeah, 5 days of water vehicles already.
Nice.
You're learning on the job.
Yes.
Did you say 5 days?
Yeah.
Could I use that for improve my persuasion?
Oh, you want to read your book about how to make friends and influence people, or
Yeah,
hang on,
I
you had the
suppose
other
so.
book. You had a different book. How to develop self-confidence. By
Yes,
public
that's the one.
speaking. That's it. Those are actual books, by the way. They're not the same person. Yeah.
Goddamn, Richard.
How to develop self-confidence by public speaking.
Fucking based.
Yeah. I forget.
Fantastic.
Dale Carnegie, I think it is, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're actual real books.
But yeah, I had 5 days prior. So if I get 5 days now, and I'm a lucky man, I get persuasion.
I just noticed the Pringle top.
Yeah,
He's just eating Pringles.
fucking steak flavored Pringles.
What does that even taste like?
Steak, supposedly.
I thought steaks tasted more
hopefully.
like chicken.
Hopefully.
Oh god. So, for the 5 day or the I'm getting confused. So the next 3 days, while you're sailing downstream, Han, you were adding to your skill on water vehicles, I guess.
Yes.
Firebeard, you're probably rowing a boat, are you as well?
At this point, I think I'm sailing it.
Well, you're contributing to the sailing, okay. Cafe, are you just puking over the side the whole way? Are you gonna try and do something at the same time, or?
Can I do something about it? I'm not really sure.
You know what? You know who might? Are you there, Penny?
Yes, I am.
As Pyra's a
I just
plant
always-
expert, you might be able to help Shan Fei with his water sickness.
Sure.
Yep.
Also, I am muted most of the time. So you don't hear Han echoed.
Han
So-
crunching on his Pringles.
Yes.
It's fine.
Sure, I can help.
Yep.
Oh, actually, Cross.
Yeah.
Could I at the same time practice stealthily eating Pringles?
Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent.
He's just stole the Pringles from Kipling's house.
Should I use the
It's
herbalism
fine,
kit
they'll make
for
more.
it? Or...
Pyra, make either medicine or an herbalism check.
Oh. Great. Other proficiency herbalism.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, that didn't roll anything, did it? Oh,
No.
yeah, maybe roll a. Let me open your sheet and have a quick look.
Medicine, I found it. 21.
Yeah, let me check. Why did that not work? Ah, okay, I see. Let me.
Did I click on the wrong thing for it, or?
No, I forgot to set up a thing.
Oh.
So quickly make this. You have expertise in herbalism. It uses your wisdom modifier. Herbalism is, which is higher. Your intelligence is okay.
My intelligence.
Yeah, and yeah, that button should be done now.
Should I try it? Or?
21 is good enough. Cafe.
Yep.
You lose that exhaustion point you just gained.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
Yep.
Heavens, it's a long trip and haven't been in these quite a while. Sorry to lose my composer like this. Thank you.
It happens to the best of us.
Kipling has flashbacks of him puking over the side of the boat on the first river trip.
Not
I
to
have
mention, after I got all the homeless people, I still have nightmares.
Cross, I have a
Numb.
question.
Yeah.
Can I make, while we're traveling by boat,
Mhm.
can I keep an eye on the shore for unfortunate victims? I mean lawbreakers to viciously murder. I mean incarcerate.
Sure. Can you make a perception check? And Han, can you make a sleight of hand check to see if you can steal the Pringles without anyone noticing?
Hell yeah.
Or to have stolen the Pringles without anyone noticing, I should specify.
Cool. In that case, I would like to use my once a day ability to give myself advantage on it
Okay.
to steal the Pringles.
Oh.
Be a sleight of hand. All right.
What is it?
Not bad.
Required.
You critted? Yeah,
That's
you
what it-
managed
yeah.
to slip the Pringles in your pocket while everyone is listening to Kipling talk about the adventure that's coming up.
I'm gonna do this for Hubis. Okay, it's just gonna give a finger. Nice, my dude.
I am trying to find the...
Respect.
Just does the shush gesture.
Nolan just nodding.
So,
Excellent.
can I get you all to put yourselves in a boat?
Oh. Did my perception check work?
It may have, yeah.
Wonderful, and it may not even be completely unwarranted on my part. Yay!
Yeah.
Think.
Oh god, I'm not in the same boat as Firebird. What's that?
Understandable.
To no
Hang on, let me give you
additional
another boat because I just realised
Yes, please.
Itty and Bitty aren't going to fit.
Oof.
Yeah, and I think
Yes,
Pyre
I
did get
acquired.
a boat for
I
herself.
acquired one boat for me.
I think that's for the best, to be honest.
I thought we
Yeah.
acquired one backup. God damn.
Oh god. Yeah, you don't necessarily see lawbreakers, Mr. Firebeard, but you see like some weird people over on the beach over there, and you see a mysterious man in a hood who could only be a lawbreaker.
Yo,
I see.
guys.
I will loudly scream to the party. Oh!
Stop right there, criminal scum. You violated the law.
Look upon the shore yonder. I see a foul cretin, a villainous heathen, a vile lawbreaker in the name of the Lord. We must vanquish him.
All
And
right.
I would like to use a bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Oh, you want to just go on the shore? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I cast Misty Step.
Yep.
Damn,
A
dude.
lawbreaker, you say? Well, that cannot be.
That's hardcore.
Hello, and I will attempt to murder the first person I see.
Oh god.
Brr.
I'm glad that the captain of the town guard is an actual murder hobo.
I'd like to think that
Don't
we are
worry,
just.
I have made many incarcerations. Speaking of,
I'd like to think that we're just rowing about and just watching over the sides, and there's Mr. Firebird punching people like, oh shit.
did I hit with a 16
16
against this guy?
Let me get all that ready. Can I get everyone to roll initiatives and whatnot? I'll count that.
Sure.
That's strike, but that strike starts the encounter. Would the rest of you like to have rowed to shore while that was happening?
Please,
Pyre will just look
I am not a
disdainfully
murder
towards
hobo.
him.
I am a lawman.
Kipling is just gonna take a moment and drink some snake vodka and take a cigarette.
So to clarify, you're all just sitting in the river and just watching this. Is that correct?
I don't mind.
Thrax will immediately raise his shield to cover himself and just plunk it down in that direction.
So you want to just stay in the middle of the river? Okay.
He will continue eating his crisps for now. He doesn't see it.
He's stealthily eating crisps while protecting himself. Okay.
Yes.
Why did that?
Forgot to select my token.
Itty Bitty and Berry Boy will go on my turn if that's good with
Yep.
you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool beans.
Let me fix things that are breaking.
They always do.
Yep.
It's a very wholesome image, Ritualist.
Very wholesome.
Yep.
Yes.
Let me roll initiative for
Oh, nice.
the NPCs.
I promise. Sergeant Firebird is a friend to children.
Oh god. Yeah, let me do this in descending order, and
Corpse the child.
I need to do the last thing. Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Piss off, fly.
Listen, I didn't go for the fucking wizard school that allows me to add my into initiative.
So, Firebeard, you rolled a what to hit?
A 16.
16 against. Yeah, that's a hit. You make
Alright,
roll
it
damage.
deals 11 slashing damage and 3 fire damage, and the guy next to him takes 10 damage, 10 fire damage.
So 10 fire damage, and what was the other one you said?
Well, this guy takes 11 slashing and 3 fire, so 14 damage in total.
14 in total, okay.
And this guy takes 10 damage automatically.
3 minus 4. Okay. Second guy takes 10 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I did the thing again where they're all the same person.
Oh no.
Oof.
They feel a disturbance in the force and they all take damage. Let me redo that.
Also, Han,
Yes.
just a heads up. I'm gonna delay my turn after you.
Cool.
Oh, I suppose I should use the red one, because everyone uses red for health.
Let me fix the thing that I just broke because I'm a dummy. Hopefully that fixed that. Okay, do this. Oh my god. Fucking roll 20. Work. Okay. So, let me just replace these boys because I'm a dummy and fucked up there.
That's fun.
So, you said 10 damage.
Yes. 10 damage to one guy,
Second
14 damage to the other.
First one is 14, so I'll leave him on that. That one's on that one. Let me double check it's correct. It is correct. These boys I can just replace because I have this set up properly now. No, I don't. God damn it. Now it should be set up properly. Let me save it. Oh my god, roll 20. There we go. You know when you click a button and you expect it to actually respond?
Yeah.
Let's roll 20 so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's roll 20 for you.
Yep. Okay, now it's working. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, now that Firebeard has done that, you have attacked the boys and burned them.
Yes, and he will at this point just... And after having done that, since he still has a move action,
Yeah.
he's going to... Wait, hold on. My move was...
Well, this is before the initiative order kicks in, so...
Oh, right. Do you want me to stop there then?
You can have half a movement.
Sure. He's gonna run straight into the crowd.
Oh god.
Shit, never.
Okay. As the initiative order is kicked in, it is the bug boys' turn, as they rolled a 25.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to notice the guy who walked up and burned them and attacked him out of nowhere, and then ran into the middle of them. And they are going to, I guess, respond in kind
Mm-hmm.
and move in on you.
Sure.
And you know what? He can probably attack you from there. Yeah. So they have multi-attack. So they have 2 attacks, and yeah. You know what? I gotta do one attack with their weapons. So how many of them are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any of those a hit?
No.
Nope. And there's a big boy who's behind them. Let's do that. I'll do 2 with him.
I will
Either
do a
those
Oh, well, the critical will hit either way.
Yeah.
But I will do a reaction on the first one to cast shield.
Yeah. Well, the 6 boys will also attempt to bite you as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any of those a hit?
Fancy.
Does a critical automatically hit in 5e?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, and then the critical is a hit, yeah, everything else misses.
Okay, so the crit. You said that crit hit. Did his non-crit hit?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, so only
current
crits
AC
can hit you?
Yeah. No, it's basically currently my AC is 25.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. The 30 hits. The 23 doesn't hit, so you can ignore the bite. Even though it's a crit, it still misses because it's not 25.
Alright then.
Yeah. I see now why you ran into the middle of them. And the
Yes.
boy number 7 there, let me get his character sheet up. The question mark man. Oh my god, everything is breaking on me again.
Spook.
Anyway, so let's
Spook.
see. That was a nasty amount of damage I took from that that one hit.
He is gonna attempt to slink away. Now, Cafe, it is your turn.
I'll obviously prepare myself to jump, but before I do, I Thrax to see what he does, and I will wait my turn before Thrax.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, will we be able to coordinate our turns? Because Thrax will say, Shantae, I'll give you a boost. And
Toss me.
basically what I want to do is if Shantae tries to jump off, I want to help him by using the geyser function as a bonus action to basically yeet myself into him. So he can jump off of my shield.
Pretty sure I don't need a jump, but
I see.
maybe I do. How strong is the flow on the river? Or is it still water?
No, it's flowing downstream. It's fast, but it's not like rushing fast. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You
so
could swim with it with difficulty.
Wait.
Would you say it's a difficult jump over the shores?
For Thrax?
For
you?
me.
Oh, for you? Probably not for you, as you are a monk.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I have a smarter idea
Yeah.
because I kind of like this boat. So I'm going to do the very smart thing of just staring it to the shore.
Oh, you want to just bring it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Can you
I want to keep this thing.
Can you make a generic dex check? There you go.
All right.
No, that's actually a smart thing to do.
Yeah. Just park it.
Could I use the kettle thingy to basically give myself advantage?
I assume that's how you're propelling the boat anyway, so use a dex check to try and guide it in. You successfully guide the boat in.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Hey!
Gang.
There you go.
Gang.
Alright. In that case, Thrax will move in.
Yep.
Oh, is there something? Okay.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what this
see.
looks like to me?
I see you, Grim.
You know that couch meme with the 5 black guys and
Oh.
small women?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
That's
You-
you here
you
with the
could-
Bug Boys.
You could even say that, call that as a coal burning of sorts.
Oh, no. All right. What was that on?
Durax will move in over here,
Yeah.
and he will essentially drop. He will drop down the barrier and slash with his tree saw at this dude.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Cool.
Damn. That's nice.
That's a hit, and is 36 damage.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right. Well, you instantly cut him in half.
You want some more?
All right.
Oh man.
So,
And that'll be it for Thrax.
yeah. Shanfei, did you want to do something now that you're at the shore?
Yeah. Wait, what happened?
I see.
So you're calculating right now?
Yeah, he's doing
Don't worry.
maths, I guess.
Yeah.
My turn.
I don't.
Or was it Shanfei who wanted to act?
It was my turn. Yeah.
You go ahead then.
Yeah. As I do running jump kick, as I was preparing to do, because I clearly retroactively saw that Thrax made a smart move to row us on the shore. So I will run and punch.
That guy. Okay. Roll to hit.
And I will roll a hit. How's that?
13 is a miss.
Yeah, that's the damage, but running
Oh, is it?
kick
Oh,
would be
17.
17.
17 is a hit. Yes.
So that's a 13 bludgeoning damage.
Yes. There you go.
Oof. Yeah, okay. That's my turn.
Mr. Firebeard. As
Ah,
you're
I see.
surrounded and don't feel really threatened, I guess. You did
I
get
see.
You did get
They're about to.
stabbed, but
I see. They're about to.
yeah.
I guess this is a
Damage do you
perfect.
do? On a stab.
Well, they did some damage.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see it now. He done 16 plus 4 and 2, which was what?
Yeah, I calculated it. It's
Yeah, no,
it's
just
taken
for
from my head.
myself. It was he did 22 damage to you. I forgot
Okay.
to check myself.
Anyway, let's
Yep.
see. Started Firebear doesn't really hold back. So, all right then. To begin with, I'm going to use action surge.
Mm-hmm.
And for my first action, I will cast a fireball centered on myself.
Do you have the fireball spell handy so I have a range on it?
Is the
Yes.
fireball-
Did you see the area I measured up? I measured up earlier.
Oh yes, the one that includes your friends. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Doesn't matter though.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
But I will use scoped spells to make it so that it doesn't target me, Thrax, or Shanfei.
All right.
As essentially they won't take any damage from it.
So it's 8d6 fire damage. Can you roll that, please? For the
Yes.
fireball, as it is a 20-foot radius, which is a circle. So let me open that.
It will target all of them.
Oh,
is
I know.
there-
I just wanted to do this.
No reflex save?
It's not gonna hit the boat because it's a half area. You
Yeah,
can see.
it's just on the border.
Anyway, yeah, they get a reflex save for half damage.
Yeah.
Alright, I have all the.
You don't have to make one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
The players don't have to make one, but the NPCs do.
Yes.
They have to make, so they will take 31 fire damage if they fail the save, and half if they don't. So these boys are 6 of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this boy is going to do it as well. Well, fuck.
The 16 and 18 save.
Yeah, so 2 of the guys, I guess these 2 guys right in front of you, seen what you're about to do, so you telegraphed it enough for them to, I don't know what, dive to the ground.
Dive to the ground, basically.
They were like, no. Alright, so they take half damage, so half of 30 is 15. So let me just go. I'll do them first because it's the least amount to do. And then 31 damage to everyone else, which is this boy I'll start with. 31. I'll just do this. Yep, they're all them are dead. they just are consumed by flames.
Hey. Want to see me do it again? Second action, I will cast Fireball.
Lmao.
Again.
And also exclude myself, Thrax, and Shanfei.
Alright. Can you roll again to cast the art damage? It's 32. Let me just do
Wait,
this.
hold on. Gren, can you completely ignore us?
Yes.
Oh shit. Nice.
You don't have to make a save of any kind.
Yep.
You don't take any damage.
Let me just like close that window there a second and do this. What was the save on that?
That's the save right there. 16.
16, so he's met it. So he takes half damage, so it's 15 damage.
Takes 15.
To Clacktuck, who
yes. You see the warm energy just pass by you without effect.
he looks a bit pissed off. Let's just
Yes.
say that much.
why does it feel like an oven in here? I mean, out here.
There you go.
And for my and for my move action, I will move up to him.
Alright, you want to engage him. Cool. Right. Penny, you there?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's gonna watch. That's it.
You're just
She'll
gonna
probably ask Itty and Bitty to like make sure that they don't go too fast.
Are you sure you don't want in on the fire action?
No. Pyro's just gonna
badass.
ask Itty and Bitty to row slower. Or just like go against the stream a bit so she can watch longer. She'll just like get out snacks and just like watch. And
You're
just...
gonna get out your own Pringles and
You are more difficult to burn, so I will have to roast you slowly.
yeah, there you go. You can just slowly watch as they roll past.
Yep. Well, make sure I don't get taken by the river current and get too far ahead. So basically making sure I don't get fucking swept away.
Yeah.
While watching.
Understandable.
These guys are just gonna sit here bored. Just like you ready.
Yes, that's my turn.
Yep. And Kipling.
Do you want a job? That's all he's gonna do. He's
Oh,
gonna ask the dude.
You're gonna ask
Literally, do you
Claptuck
want
over
a job?
there if he would like a job.
Yeah, he's gonna say loudly, do you want a job or do you want to die?
Can you make a persuasion check?
But I mean,
Can you tell me what it is? I can't see.
22.
Something else? 32, you said?
22.
22. Slash or 1d2.
Oh, actually. Put him back.
He kind of shrugs, and he says to you in common, but it sounds kind of weird because he's a bugman. What's in it for me?
Look, first thing, you get to live. Second thing, I might pay you 2 gold to tell me who's your current boss. And then you get to come with us. Then you might get some more.
Stop resisting!
It's fine, I'll pay it myself, if it comes to that. What does he say, Cross?
He says, that's fine. My current boss isn't paying me very well anyway.
Who is your current boss?
The guy who just left.
What's his name?
He's a cheapskate.
What is his name?
He shrugs at you. I don't know his name.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna check my goddamn speed because I wanna go up and just fuck with this lad if he doesn't tell me his boss.
He doesn't know his boss's name.
Who is your boss?
Some guy who came out of the river and was like, hey, do you want a job? Got a job for you and your tribe. Also, you killed my tribe. I guess I'm the last surviving tribe member.
Well, sounds good. Okay, you know what? You can go upstream.
I always wanted to add genocide to my list of revenue.
Now, I'm going to hire this
Right.
man. Don't you think he'd be a fine addition to the gods? At least against petty people.
Do you drink on the job?
Water?
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
He doesn't. You
Welcome.
get the impression he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Go upstream, report in Kiplingsburg, go to the guard, town guard. Welcome to the rank, soldier. You'll live.
Are you the leader?
Can I?
I am the mayor of Kiplingsburg, yes.
He hands you his weapon as you have defeated him.
Aw, thank you. You can keep it, though. You're probably not gonna get a lot more in the town guard.
Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put a hand on his shoulder,
Yeah.
on the bugman's shoulder,
Go ahead.
and say, "Welcome to the gods, son. I promise a very long career, so long as you know how to keep your mouth shut."
You get a very, very disgusted sneer in response.
You'll learn in time.
I am your boss, your chief of police. Let's get very well acquainted. Also, as I turn around and turn towards the dead corpses, the dead cinder corpses on the ground, you are under arrest.
Quick question. You don't need a maid to reproduce, do you? I know that's a very informal question. I'm just thinking of
You just get a horrified look as you just asked him.
I'm sorry to ask, but it's a question relevant as to whether or not we can bring up your population again.
He just walked up to a stranger and asked him how they fuck.
To be fair, he showed dismay for losing the rest of his tribe.
Yeah, he does require a mate. He
Oh.
conveys to you fucking...
Howdy, Mr. Bedman. I just killed all your friends.
sir.
Well,
Now,
That's
Lord
unfortunate.
Kipling, I only slaughtered his tribe, not his people.
I hope so. In any case,
When I
okay.
say slaughter, I mean arrest.
Welcome to the guard. You're probably gonna be used for PR.
Can you Can you make another persuasion check, Kipling?
Fellow breeder. Thank you,
You get the impression he's very pissed off by you.
I'm sorry, I was hoping to perhaps help spur in a new age of your people. Sorry, we can't do that.
You get the impression he's very pissed off at you, but his honor kind of overtakes his personal feelings. So as you have defeated him, he feels like he has to obey you now, so he's gonna comply.
Also, Sergeant Firebird is gonna. Sergeant Firebird wants to say one last thing to the Bugman. He's gonna go. However, understand that if at any point you are unhappy with your current treatment, you can always challenge me for my position as Chief of the Police by trial of combat.
Don't do that, you'll end up like the rest of your tribe.
You just challenged him to combat.
Oh no.
He's probably not going to resist the opportunity. He agrees. He agrees to your challenge.
God damn it. I tried to recruit a new police officer.
I see.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, he was a villain after all.
Right now.
Well.
Are you challenging him to single combat?
I wasn't challenging him to single combat. I said that he could challenge me.
And he did.
He did. He accepted it.
I see.
Yeah.
All right then.
Will we do a fresh initiative order? Does that make sense?
I think so.
Oh, it's a duel. It's
between
you.
You challenged him to a duel, so let's...
That was quicker than I thought, but alright then.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. Let's move them over here so there's less of a mess.
Yeah.
You want some snake vodka, Shanfei?
Ah,
You're just gonna have drinks and watch.
Well, it's more just dismay over losing my newest officer.
it is a shame. People cannot change their ways, I see.
True.
I've seen it many times before.
Cigarette.
Cheers. Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, understandable.
So,
cheers. Cheers, Sir Kipling. Cheers.
I assume Pyra is just like eating some little berries off the bush.
Yeah, just like snacking on them.
Yeah, watching. What is Thrax doing, Han?
Thrax is eating chips again.
It's just watching this.
Yeah. May as well.
Yeah.
We'll get back in the boat.
Pyra isn't being paid to fight, she's paid to get a book. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that Pringles camp pointing again?
I too kill everything on first turn. Nice. Alright, so Kalaktok goes first as he has rolled a 13 in this single combat. So he gets fucking 3 attacks, but as he is a barbarian, he is going to use his rage. Which one of these buttons is rage, so I can remember how rage works?
I will use a reaction to cast shield.
Advantage on attacks using strength. Okay, so he gets advantage on his attacks. Okay, let's just do that because there's a lot of stuff to read and I'm not going to read all of it right now. So he gets advantage on his attacks. He gets 2. 1, 2. What is your
Lucky.
AC?
My AC is 25.
Well, he was giving this weapon to Kipling and he said no. Yes, that's 2 hits. 1, 2. Why did the second one not work? There we go. Hang on. Oh, I did it. Okay. There you go.
Good thing.
Yeah. I think he has a bonus action as well he can do. Where is it? It is... Where is it? Oh yes, he can summon. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, when he casts Rage, he summons spectral warriors to protect him. There you go. It is now your turn.
Cool. I'm going to use a bonus action to use action surge and recover. No, not action surge. Sorry, I have already used that. I meant where the fuck is it? Second wind?
Yeah.
9. Okay. Well, cool, I guess.
All right. Don't have to pay him.
I mean, it is still a bright side.
Okay. Sergeant Firebird will look at him and say, "Well done. You're certainly strong. But you know what I am? A flame." As I will cast Wall of Fire around him.
Yeah. What does that do?
It does this.
Is there a damage roll? Yeah, 5d8.
Yes.
Can you roll that?
Yep.
I have to read how his spiritual ancestors thing helps protect him. He can also disappear into the bushes, but I forgot to put down bushes.
Takes 17 damage.
17 damage. Reduced by... Is it 66 or 86? It's 4. 46. Alright. So it's reduced by...
Alright then.
Hang on, is that right? Yeah, okay, that's right. Reduced by 19, so he takes 0
I should say that it's 18 damage, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I have the feat Elemental Adept.
How do you breathe? Well, it certainly changes the context when you realize how Chad this guy is. Alright.
I mean, he didn't attack me.
Alright.
Listen, Sergeant Firebird is more of a walking genocide, not literally a duelist.
Yeah. So, is that your turn?
You know what? I will step into the wall of fire unharmed and stare him straight in the face.
Alright, it's his turn then, is it? Okay, let me go over here. Rage is persistent, isn't it?
It persists, yeah.
Yeah, so he still has advantage. 1, 2.
I use a reaction against the first attack to cast shield again.
Okay. The second one, is that a miss?
Those are both misses.
Cool. And that is his turn. Oh, hang on. Does he have a... No, he doesn't. Oh, there it is. No, I'm not gonna bother doing that because there's like no bushes there for him to run into.
Has it looked like he has any kind of resistance to fire so far?
Aside from the spooky ghosts that are flying around him, protecting him from the fire, no.
Okay. Doesn't seem like magic to me. Well, I can only concentrate on... Well, anyway, he takes another 5d8 from the fire because he didn't move away.
Can you roll 5d8? And I will roll 46.
That's a 19.
19 minus 11. So 19 minus 11. He takes 8 damage.
Let's see. And I will now cast 1 fireball using a 4th level spell slot.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
I don't know why that didn't show up as... Well, whatever.
It's 8d6, okay.
It is 9d6, because I used it with a 4th level spell slot.
Oh, yeah, cool. I'm just gonna roll his 4d6 to protect him. So it's 20. What is the damage?
Not bad.
30.
36.
So it's like 15 damage?
36.
16 damage. Cool. That is 86 minus 16. 70. A rounder number now. Is that your turn?
I continue standing in the flames, so yeah.
Yep. Alright. He is going to stab you again because rage is persistent. He has advantage, and I forgot to put down bushes, so he can't well, he can run off. Like, he can run really fast, but I don't think he has any reason to.
Would Berry Boy be considered a bush?
The crit hits. The other one misses.
Here you go. 9 plus 8 plus 2, so it's 10, 18 plus 4 is what, 22?
I'm unconscious.
Yep. He will put a foot on your chest and declare to Kipling, I am victorious. Look at me, I am the Chad now.
Wait, you won. You what?
I guess I'm your chief of police.
We'll see about that when we get back.
Pay
but
me,
you know
Badger
what?
Man. I'll be waiting at your home.
You don't need to wait at my home. Here's 10 gold.
Yeah. Do you have any trinkets, Firebeard, on you?
Aside from my armor and weapons, it's my hat of wizardry, though I don't think he wants that because it would look like it's perpetually on fire to him.
No, he wants like a trophy from you to say that he beat you. Is there something you have that
he could rip off a part of my beard?
Yeah, he cuts off some of the hair from your beard and he wanders off the stream.
Mr. Kletuk.
Yeah.
You are currently the deputy sheriff of Kiplingsburg. Well done.
He takes a step closer to you, deputy.
Yeah, you are the current acting manager of the town guard, I guess you could say.
I am the town guard. And he walks off. There you go.
Good to see. God damn.
Yep.
You okay there?
Sergeant Firebed is clearly unconscious, but his eyes are wide open.
No, you could be awake now.
I guess we'll just drag him to the rowboat.
You could be awake.
Shadfay, you want to join in?
Just drag him and throw him in.
You could be on
pretty much.
Well,
You have, through my actions today, I have made it so that the group has avoided several more pointless encounters.
To be fair, that was a good thing, because now we have a proper fucking head of the police while we're gone.
Yes, and Sergeant Firebeard no longer has a job.
Well, we'll see about that when we get back.
Oh no, don't worry, don't worry. You better give him a job soon. This is a bad thing.
Oh, you'll get a job. I'm just saying we got a temp. He might be your second in command when you get back. I'm not saying anything outright yet.
We should make him an architect.
What was that, Han?
It's just temporarily the boss.
What was that, Han?
We should make him an architect.
Oh,
Yes! Sergeant Firebed is extremely skilled in architecture. He knows how to make them more flammable.
oh.
We'll talk about job prospects when we get back, depending on whether or not you want to continue with the career.
This is what
Oh,
happens when
yeah.
you challenge a barbarian to single combat.
Oh,
shit,
absolutely.
it's a barbarian!
Yeah, I said that.
Oh,
a few times.
absolutely.
He is a
Absolutely. I just want to point out that I held my ground pretty fucking well.
Oh yeah, you did.
I'll be honest, I actually thought he'd die. Not Firebird, the other dude. This was actually a net gain.
Yeah. Well, you outbid his former employer, Mr. That guy, whoever that is.
Oof.
And you are now his
Kingdom
employer.
Hearts guy.
Yeah. The edgy boy in his hood. So,
Mhm.
You there, Penny?
Finally,
Yeah.
someone who won't form a
Hi.
union if I don't let them drink on the job.
Would you like to continue to row slowly down the stream, or have you just like pissed off ahead and left them to it?
Nah, I'll make sure to see that they are also starting to get back
All right.
fully.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
probably let Kipling's boat take the lead.
Mhm.
And Firebeard's too. I don't want to be in range or in sight.
You want to stay away from him.
A short rest later, and Firebird jumped to consciousness with "Ah!
All right.
Where's the
He
bug man?
blinks once. That's how you know he came back fully.
Yeah. Where's the bug man?
I'm afraid he has gone to be your temporary replacement.
He beats me.
I'm afraid so.
Wonderful! I will murder him later.
Oh,
Well,
God.
that's a problem for another time.
That's another issue for Kipling to sort out. Right.
Ah, by the way, I am sorry. By the way, sir, I am sorry to inform you that I can no longer serve as your chief of police.
Wait, what?
I'm
Why
afraid
not?
I'm afraid that position has been superseded by the Bugman. Fair enough, though. I will murder him.
Wait, I still need to discuss pay if I'm gonna have him on the payroll permanently.
Unless, of course, you wanted to give me a new position in town.
Oh shit. He can cast a cantrip. Kipling, use a voice in your head.
What?
You receive a message that says, "I want double."
Double?
There you go.
I'm gonna send him a message back, provided...
Yeah, you can respond to the message.
Okay, you know what? Yeah. Alternatively, I could cast it myself. But you know what? I'm gonna respond, knowing how this shit works. It'll look about double when we get back. Until we get back, you're on the same pay he was.
That's actually pretty good.
Damn.
But you know what, Pasta? At least your money's safe now. He'll
Yeah.
protect it. Even though you
That's
might have
true.
to pay him a lot, he'll protect it.
I mean, it's better than losing half of it.
He kind of
Or
needs
most
to
of it.
find more boys though, because he killed them all.
Fair. Then again, we are recruiting for the prison population.
Yeah. I forgot to say the name of the weapon that he has. The Gyataka? Gyataka? Is
Oh
that how you say
shit.
it? Yeah. He is in fact a tricarine. Those boys. Except they're supposed to be generally desert boys. These guys are swamp boys. There you go. I made up a fucking thing. Anyway, there you are. I used Firebeard to indicate your general location.
Ah, there we go.
Somewhere here on the stream.
That is incredibly unsafe. Good job.
Well, Firebeard
Thank
is
you
the
for
only
your presence.
character that
Thank you
stands
for your
out.
presence, Ritualist.
Thank you, Rituals.
May Firebear serve as a guardian angel for your baby.
That's not a very good guardian angel, to be honest.
No, but he is very motivational.
That's true.
Just draw with the baby in hand.
Yeah.
Have a good one, man.
Oh, you
Yeah,
off?
have a
Yep.
good one.
Yeah,
Good night.
good night.
Damn, I forgot to tell him to smooch his baby.
I was hoping we might be able get to the short part in Tarako and potentially give him a cameo now that you join.
Yeah, I don't think he's able to with the baby. But,
Understandable,
Yeah.
TBH.
yeah, he can still sit in and listen. I think he's
Yeah.
still watching us, even though he's not in PC anymore.
Cameo
so-
the baby.
the baby got a cameo.
Oh.
Yep. So,
True.
would you like to continue down the river?
Unless anybody has any protests.
Firebeard wants to come back and
Let us
fuck him up.
proceed.
Alright. The next.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
What?
Let's fucking go.
yes.
I guess you're heading further into the swamp.
Indeed.
Yep. Would you like to continue through the swamp, or?
So we want to stop in the Turaco Delta, wasn't it?
Yep. You can see in the distance, Tehochikarahan. The
Do you want to-
pyramids of Tehochikarahan rising above the tree line in the distance.
So, ladies and gentlemen, shall we stop in the swamp or in the swamp town, swamp city?
Hmm.
Let's maybe go for the city. You know, the place where it's
Yeah.
probably a bit more safe.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, this will be a bit of a detour, so I reckon purchases might be the best thing to have in mind.
Yeah.
Also, Cross, if you don't mind describing the general atmosphere
Of the
on
city?
travels,
Yeah.
on the and on the weather and how the atmosphere feels.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of swamp and it's kind of warm. Like, it's very sticky and warm because, you know, swamps are generally very humid. I'm trying to find a thing on the side over here. So, like, the whole trip along the river is warm, and the closer you get to the swamp, the kind of uncomfortable it feels. It's not too uncomfortable that it's a problem because you've all succeeded in your rolls for Constitution, but it is not pleasant. And as you
Alright.
arrive in Tehochikarahan, you see the people of the place looking like the image I just posted in the Discord, and I'm sharing it on the screen, where the lizard men of Tehochikarahan are currently constructing a palace for Karahan. Karahan, however, is not ready, despite what the image may suggest.
All right, thank
It
you.
is another tabaxi that's not Karahan. But yes. Would you like more details, or?
No, that was fun.
Yeah.
I have gathered this place is not very flammable. When shall we move on?
It is rather wet and full of stone, so
Yes.
probably not.
It's evidently mostly under construction yet.
But it is a swamp.
Lots of scalies everywhere as well.
It is a swamp.
Yes.
Methane gas.
There
It's
is no gas. The
Ah.
gas used
Yeah,
to be
it-
here, but it is gone because Kipling may have had a hand in that.
Huh.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Keeping that to yourself, okay.
It was a loss of methane gas, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a really bad toxic gas that used to be in this region before.
Oh,
But you dealt
yes.
with that when you killed the dragon, it disappeared.
Yes, there was a dragon. Toxic stuff. It's gone though. Yes. Yeah, that's what it was.
Unfortunately.
Indeed. Well, not about the gas, but for the dragon. But then again, he was trying to kill us, so it was well deserved.
Yep. So, would you like to stop at Tehochikanahan, or would you like to continue to Rio?
What's the verdict, ladies and gentlemen?
I believe baby Ritualist that told us all to stop here.
You
Yes,
have
that
arrived
was the
at
purpose.
your destination.
Thus, let us spend a day here and see what we can find.
Fair.
Let us restock our supplies, don't we? Make a little rest. It was a rather kind of seasick eventual journey, wasn't it? Not
I believe I used to be a sailor at some.
you were, really.
Seems we've run out of crisps. I'll need more.
Oh, you're thinking of the Pringles.
Yes.
Oh, I think I had an extra spit. There you go. I think there might have a
I am afraid those chips don't sate my palate very well. They burn too easily.
What I will say though is I think they have a different flavor here.
As you sit in the docks of Tehochikanahan, a boy walks past, rattling away at his bells.
The good old traditional as of a year ago, or maybe a bit longer.
I have a question, Sucker.
No, it's fine. I forgot what they were called.
They're ankylosauruses, but with lizard men riding them, wearing Australian hats.
No, what I was going to ask is, we're on a mission to commit theft, yes?
Yes.
When does the theft mission start? Because I want that creature.
I'm sorry to say, but the theft part of the mission doesn't start until we've cased the area in Dragon Bridge, I reckon, at least.
Ah, god damn it. Fine.
I mean, you can steal it, but that will be on your own.
I would like to start tailing the Ankylosaurus.
Once again, I will specify it's on your own discretion.
Here you go, Captain.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Here you go,
Don't
Captain.
make this a terrorist incident.
There's more artwork for you to get in the idea of what this region looks like.
Nice. Can I move up to the lizard man on the Ankylosaurus?
Oh, you want to like beat him up and steal it?
No, I want to move up to him and get in front of his dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would like to say, "Good day, sir. Say, I would like to inform you what a wonderful idea it would be to give me your mount." As I roll a persuasion.
Mm-hmm. I will make a wisdom save. He looks at you and is like, "Yeah, no."
Right then. Maliciously draws longsword.
A man approaches you.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to find out what that roll was. Maybe I should have it in the records. He doesn't head of all the Tugger after all. Part of the song. Oh shit.
We'll go to shit.
Yeah.
No. While I was the police, I took my job extremely seriously. I'm not anymore.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
A
You
man
actually took that
approaches
to
you.
heart.
Hello there.
I was just considering like maybe you'll get your job back.
Hi,
Alright,
mates.
this guy.
Can I help you there, mate? You look
Yes.
kinda lost.
What? No, I'm not. I'm not lost. I am perfectly in query of this creature, which I am intending to take for myself. Isn't that right, good sir? As I look to the lizard man riding this dinosaur.
Oh, he just starts to leave.
Hold on there. Whatever. Say, you are quite strange and flammable. Who are you?
The name's Drover, mate.
Should I care?
I don't know, it's up to you. What's your name?
I am Sergeant Fireman, Sergeant of the Army.
What army, mate?
The Army.
I feel like
I've been on many adventures and expeditions across various countries.
Alright. And who are the rest of you?
Who are you referring
Well, aside from this gentleman who has conveniently simply joined our adventuring band, the rest of us come from Kiplingsburg.
What are you saying, Lord Kipling? I'm from Kiplingburg as well.
Oh yes, you were the strange badger.
Yes, he is simply a resident.
You've met him
Indeed I
before,
am.
Pasta, so he knows you.
Yes, good to see you again.
Yep, he shakes your hand. And Pirate? Oh, Pirate's gone. He
I'm-
shakes-
Kipling will
Oh,
reciprocate
yeah, I
such
thought you
actions.
left. Okay, yeah, he shakes your hand.
Okay.
You've seen him in a while.
I must say, Sir Kipling, you're quite the influential fellow.
I guess.
Say, good man, Sir Dover, was it?
Drover, mate.
Drover, yes. Well, Sir Driver, I would like to ask you where I can legally acquire an animal of the man who disappeared a moment ago.
Oh yes,
That
mate.
sounds
There's a bazaar around the corner. You can pick them up down there.
Wonderful. Let us go, Kipling.
Excellent. I will join my good friend over here, and we will see about the animals. Have a nice day.
He turns to Trax and Shane Fei.
My name's Thrax van Eisenport. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to
I'm-
meet you.
Just a man in debt and looking for more crisps.
Oh shit! Oh man!
I'm terrified of his song.
He produces from his satchel a tube of prawn flavored
I
Pringles.
see. So you're a diplomat.
Yeah. It's shrimp and Barbie flavor, mate. He tosses it to you.
I am liking this town already.
He shakes your hand, Cafe. Oh, is Cafe gone?
I think it might be muted.
Fuck, I was mute. I was talking all the time.
Oh,
I was
okay.
muted.
You're
God
muted.
damn it.
Oof.
Yeah, I was basically doing Easter bow and
Yeah.
greeting him. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, mate.
So, can you tell us a little bit about this town?
Oh, mate, it's Tahoja Karahan. It's settled by Her Majesty Karahan, the famous belly dancer of Port Nyanzaru, and esteemed police officer of Ramshore, I guess. He gives you a wink and kind of leans in and whispers to you, and closest associate of the Emperor, I hear.
Oh.
As she...
Let me make a charisma check.
Yeah, please do.
he's clearly bluffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shanfei goes, no, I'm good willing, but I'm not easily to be bluffed, mind you. What do you mean by Emperor? Who are you working with?
I work for Her Majesty the Queen Karahan of Australia.
Do I
Now,
have
now.
to-
Sinn Féin, I can
Kipling-
vouch for the man.
Kipling and Pyra know this man.
I can vouch for this man. He works for Catahan, and Catahan's a good lass.
Well, if you say so, but I think There's something afoot over here.
Come,
How
mate.
so do you mean?
Come, I will show you the bazaar and our fine range of meats that come from all over Australia.
Oh, fantastic.
Would you like to ask him anything, Penny? As he pats Itty and Biddy on the head and they do their weird clicking purr thing.
No, she'll just make sure that they're all good still.
Nice iron there, mate. He says to Berry Boy with the big shotgun. There
He
you
will
go.
make a cool pose with it. And probably accidentally point it at someone. Spire will then just like put her hand on the barrel to lower it, so
To point it
he is
away.
not pointing it at someone.
Alright. So, you would like to check out the bazaar and see if you can buy dinosaurs, is that it?
Yes.
Let me find a dinosaur salesman.
Aha.
Oh.
Indeed.
Fucking great. Roll20 just
It's
died.
your boy.
Ah, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fug.
Yeah, I said too.
Yeah, I only see myself. Oh, Cross is
Oh.
back in it. Oh.
I don't see any of
I'm
you.
fine.
but,
I only see myself
if you
across,
see
but I'll
me,
reload
it's
it.
fine.
I'm just gonna reload.
Now
Hey,
this is
Hey, let me show you all an example of 5e rulings in D&D text chat.
Oh, that's from Rules as Written. That's actually hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Centaurs can
Yeah.
ride
Yeah, yeah.
centaurs. It's fucking dumb.
Yep.
Like a centaur. In
Lamau.
order, like if you
Let
had
me introduce you to my latest encounter, the
Like,
Centaur, the
as a-
Centaur Tower.
as a
the
centaur,
Centaur Riders.
if you get a lance, you have to be mounted to use it according to Rules as Written. So you can
Mhm.
literally ride a horse as a centaur, or you have to ride a horse as a centaur to use a lance. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's literally this guy rules at that point.
Yeah. I'd
See,
say
one
it's a
encounter, the
mistake in the rules.
Centaur.
It has to be a mistake in the rules. It's too dumb. What was I doing? I was looking for a dinosaur salesman. Give me a second. As everything broke and I'm kind of turned around. Where is the stuff from Port Dinosaur? Where is it? I am trying to find a specific character. Port Dinosaur. That is not the right guy. There he is. A drover brings you up to someone. Kipling and Pyra. It is a familiar face.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
oh
Hassan.
my.
It is Hassan, the dinosaur salesman.
Hello again.
Yes. Hello. Hello, my friends, my friends. It is good to see you again. I'll give you good price. Please come see my wares.
Hello, you sketchy and untrustworthy salesman. Do you have dinosaurs in your employ?
Oh yes, and he takes a step to the side and shows you all the dinosaurs next to him. They are not currently listed on this list, but nonetheless, he shows you the dinosaurs that are there.
Wonderful, I'll have that one. As I
Oh
point
yes,
to a
this
random dinosaur.
Ankylosaurus.
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever you just.
Yes. Yeah. Those are 300 gold each. Would you like to purchase one?
How much gold do I have, Cross?
Is it on your character sheet?
No, because I've just used the character creation rules. I would have 10 gold.
Oh. Did Kipling pay you?
Yeah.
What? How much you need?
Are you saying that immediately? Okay, good. How are you offering to pay? Are you offering to buy me this creature, Sir Kipling? Good.
He doesn't. owe you.
Depends. Is it a necessity?
Yes.
How much?
What was it you said?
300 gold, my friends. Here, Please, have some mint tea. You know, like
300 gold.
in a cup.
How about
Pours you some
200?
Can you make a persuasion check against Hassan, the dinosaur salesman? And
So I would have to.
this isn't the guy that Stu had the barter off with. He squints at you and he says, 250.
225.
250, my good friend. That's as low as I can go.
225.
He like intensely pours some mint tea for you as he doesn't break eye contact. Make another persuasion check.
I'm gonna try to intently drink snake vodka as it pours.
He offers his hand. Very well, my friend.
Kipling will offer his own hand as he stares at him, open his fucking mouth filled with the breath of steak vodka, and says, "It's a deal then."
Alright. You have gained yourself a Ankylosaurus.
Wonderful! How do you steer this thing?
Do you have do you have land vehicles as a skill?
No.
Make an animal handling check.
Hello, strange creature. You're my friend now.
We're eating soft tacos later.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too pleased by you. Would you like to
I
purchase
believe there
a
is
saddle, my
something
friend?
for with your product. It just doesn't seem to like it.
Hassan approaches and is like, would you like a saddle?
Oh, it's for riding.
You know, oh shit, that's at home. I think I have a saddle and stuff. No, wait, I think I left it in Rio de Janeiro. And as Gizzard brought it.
You give your boy away, actually.
Ah, I gave my boy away, but I didn't give my equipment away.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I think that's still a Rio de Janeiro.
I'm pretty sure I asked you about that. You said you did, but I'll let it go.
No, I didn't give that away because I was going to sell it to Will.
Oh,
but I
that's
never
right,
bought it.
yeah.
Ta-da!
At an extortionate price, I remember now.
I mean, he needed it. I wanted money.
Yeah.
And I was low on money.
For Will's Spinosaurus that got eaten by a
I will,
pack of gnolls.
Yeah.
I will look at Hassan and say, yes, give me a saddle for this creature. And I'll roll persuasion.
Yep. He looks at you and said, "That'll be 15 gold." And I will throw in a set of saddlebags and a bit on bridle.
We got a saddle, bit and bridle, and saddlebags at home.
As he smugly pours you a cup of mint tea, Mr. Firebeard.
I see.
Well, not at home in Rio de Janeiro.
I will give you 10 gold.
Make a persuasion check. He just looks at you and says, he just smiles and says 15, my friend.
Firebed thinks for a bit. Says, I know. Do you sell anything else with these creatures? and saddles for them.
He sells food for them.
Very well. As Fireman will take off his hat and reveal his bald head. And I'll say, would you like to gamble?
Very well.
Let us do a game of dice. If you win, sir, then I shall grant you my hat. Then we should go with this creature without saddle, and I shall give you my hat. If I win, you give me the saddle for the creature, and some supplies for us.
For 10 gold.
10 gold for my hat. I'm offering a gamble of my hat versus a saddle.
As you didn't beat him on the persuasion check, he's still very skeptical. You rolled an 8, he rolled a 19, so he's pretty skeptical. Would someone like to assist Mr. Firebeard?
Pyra watches.
I'm gonna be honest. We have it. We can fix it. I'm not invested in this. I'm sorry.
I just imagine Idiot Biddy and Pyra just sitting in the background, just eating berries from Berry Boy, just watching this together.
Yeah.
I reckon Kipling's just walking around trying to remember whether or not he left the stuff in Rio de Janeiro or in Kiplingsburg.
While this is happening, Drover and Thrax, Shanfei and Thrax, Drover is showing you some of the fine meats in Tehochi Karahan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you're sampling them.
It's been quite a while.
Alright.
Yeah.
So he just seems skeptical to my offer?
Yep.
Okay. Firebeard waits for a moment, sighs, and puts his hat back on.
Would you like to try and persuade him one more time?
Not really.
All right.
And the Firebeard will just say, I suppose we shall leave the deal as is.
He offers to shake your hand.
And I'll take his hand, but I say, I'm not buying a saddle.
Very well, my friend. You know where to find me when you require one.
Yes, I will most assuredly be back to burn down your business. Come along, Anki.
Anyways, here's what you agreed upon, 225. Goodbye.
As I will tie a rope around the Ankylosaurus's neck and drag it along.
But before you walk away, Kipling, he hands you a bridle.
I have this already, but I guess thank you.
God damn.
Here you go, Firebeard.
Yeah.
Ah, beautiful.
Very
Now
well,
let's-
my friend. You know to find me. I'll be here if you want me.
You're very giving. Anyways, see ya.
This creature shall either serve as a mighty steed or a fine meal.
Hassan doesn't give a shit. He sold something. He's happy. He sold the used Dinosaur Salesman. Is pleased.
Why is it lacking an eye?
Rubbing his hands, going to the back, slipping on a Hawaii shirt. Desert
I
pattern
wonder-
Hawaii shirt, of course.
So Kipling, do you know why Anki is missing an eye?
Not quite certain about that.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure he's going to be fine.
Do you think we should?
Enjoy his meat.
Yeah.
Do you think we should return him?
No. I have my ideas.
Fair enough. Just know we have enough provisions, as long as you're still up for eating good berries.
This one
Of
here,
course.
mate, is known as long pig. The losermen love it.
The
Wanna
fuck
try
is
a
that
piece?
long pig?
A long pig? Drover is a little nervous about that. Let me find his character sheet again. Because when the thing broke there, everything got closed on me.
Fair.
I need to find Canahan's folder. Canahan. There he is. He needs to make a charisma check. Right, what is that number? Can someone shout it out?
It's a 10.
A 10?
He's a 10.
He kind of pauses for a moment and then goes, "Oh, it's might be human meat, but tastes good. Aye. Want to try pies? Tastes like pig."
Is it roasted?
I
Yes.
mean, I usually don't
Sounds good
have
to me.
It was
I
popped
don't-
on the barbie, eh?
I don't really have anything against exotic meats, but you know what? I'm gonna try to keep us on a budget.
Unfortunately, I do not believe it would be good for my figure.
The Party World Map travel token is currently Firebeard at the moment.
Sergeant
Ah.
Firebird.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
makes sense.
There's too many tokens. These tokens just mark the regions they own.
Yeah.
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 I was just asking what's...
Yeah. No,
that's the
you're
current
currently
one.
here in Tahochikarahan.
Yeah.
That will be us.
Yeah.
With a man on fire.
Soiling clean.
Part
If only
leader.
knew how long. Well, how right he was. Not how long he was.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Very well. I shall add Ankylosaurus to my equipment.
Yep. I'll add it to your folder for next time as well.
He is named Anke.
Okay, cool. Is that an
And
E or
cons-
an A?
I'm considering this part of your pay.
Of course.
Sounds good.
Now to learn to speak to him.
Have you paid any of your employees, Pasta?
Like I said, the entire point of the trip is the promise that we'll split it as many ways as remain by the end.
Thanks, Gwen. I'll name him that later.
Yeah, it will
Alright.
be a debt to pay.
So,
I mean, of
Pyro
course,
is looking forward to payday.
but once again, I also specified if we don't get it, I'm still gonna pay you, but that'll be out of my own pocket.
so
But I'm not paying you till it's done.
There's one
or
more
failed.
thing I want to do here.
mhm.
I want to see if there's some place I can buy a magical scroll.
Ah.
Mhm.
I don't think there is currently in
That's
Tahochikarahan.
unfortunate.
However, there might be in Rio de Janeiro, and there definitely will be in Dragon Bridge as Kipling. If you communicate that to Kipling, Kipling will know a place. Kipling, in fact, might know a guy.
One meta
Ah, yes.
question. Are we stopping here for tonight or are we continuing the session?
I was just about to ask you that in a second.
Um,
We
Does
should
anyone-
probably end it here with
Well-
resting a night in this place.
As
Yeah.
sure, yes.
I guess
Hmm.
as you rest a night in this place, Kipling will tell you all about the guy he knows, because he knows a guy in Dragon Bridge who owns a medical shop. In fact, he owns the best and most famous shop in all the land.
I know a guy who knows some guys.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Master
Let me
of
tell you.
comparison.
Let me tell it to you this. Let me ask you this much, Kipling, Sir Kipling.
Yes.
I do not know if you consider me an asset. I most certainly don't.
Well, you're going to be an asset either way. We gotta
But-
use what we got.
But if you wish to many double my abilities,
hmm
then provide me with scrolls. Every scroll that is provided to me will become an aspect of my repertoire.
I will make sure to feed you scrolls when we get to the library.
How did you know I eat paper?
I didn't.
Well, if you say it
I
like
meant it
that.
as a joke, but okay.
Well, as we have reached the 2 hour and 10-minute mark, we might start to wrap it up here. Does anyone have any final messages before we end the recording?
It's a good day. It's a good day when you can add genocide to your resume.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't lose your job to the last
Next
member.
time.
What the fuck you talking about? I'm free!
Don't challenge barbarians to single combat, is that it?
But what I will say is, regardless, Kipling will probably try to have you on board regardless, because losing you might be even worse than the alternative.
Alright. Well,
You've seen what I can do. Now imagine if one of your enemies were to hire Sergeant Firebird and tell him to burn down Kiplingburg.
I mean, there's that, and also, you know what? The alternative is he can have your position, but then I give you a promotion.
Yeah.
Ah.
So you would promote me from chief of police to sergeant of the local militia?
he's probably mayor.
Senior sergeant of the police.
I see.
Chief operating officer.
Yes.
You can
So he's-
you can promote him to mayor past, and then you don't need to worry about the management of the town. You still own the town.
I don't know if I'm that trusting.
Yeah. It just means you don't have to worry about running the town. It's his problem now.
I think
I can assure you that your town would become extremely orderly within about a week.
Then again, if I'm...
0 crimes.
Mm-hmm.
There are no people to commit them, definitely, at that point.
0 crimes, 0 towns.
I might have to take the consideration of my success resume into consideration later. Just gonna review some candidates.
Just give the town to Pyra, give her an empire, the man.
Pyro
No, she'll
already
just-
has
Yes,
She already
lots
has
of
a
space.
region. Yeah, you didn't name
She's-
it.
Yeah.
You didn't
Exactly,
name it
so
not
give her a
yet.
larger region.
Yeah.
She's just gonna take my area.
Yeah.
No, it would be split. I wouldn't want a split up area.
Yeah.
I see, so Pyra gives it to Firebear.
No.
Oh no.
So, at that, shall we leave it there?
Sounds good.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you all for watching, and I guess we will see you next time for more of Kipling's Quest. Have a good night.
Wee.
Yeah.